Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Hour streaming studio. I hope everyone's having a nice Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. Going to be diving into the forecast as we head into the day today. Expecting a breezy day. Also expecting some snow showers to impact the area as we head into the afternoon. Across the state. Again, going to be fairly light, but again, something we want to watch out for as we head through the day today. But it is Thursday, and that means we're going to start off with the latest drought conditions. The latest drought monitor was released this morning. This is what it looked like last week when the drought monitor was released. And again, you can see a good chunk of the state under drought conditions, save for a small corner there in the southwestern part of the state where we still have drought-free conditions. But again, northern tier of the state continues to see the worst drought with areas of severe and extreme drought across the northern tier of the state. For Lincoln, south central and southeastern Nebraska, areas of moderate drought persist and have done so over the past several months. So that was what it looked like last week. The new drought monitor that was released this morning did show some areas of areas of drought getting worse, and that's again into the southwestern corner of the state. Again, we did see an expansion of abnormally dry conditions. If you look at the actual change map, again, a good way to see the actual change. It's just the one corner there in the southwestern part of the state where we did see, again, conditions go from being drought-free to abnormally dry. So, again, that's the big change for this week. Otherwise, everything basically stands pat. Again, we usually don't see a lot of change in the drought conditions through the wintertime just because we don't average that much precipitation during the wintertime. Again, in January, I believe it's less than an inch of liquid precipitation is what we average here in Lincoln, and that's the case for many areas across the state. So again, if you look at the drought status over time, over the past year, again, you can see things were okay for much of the first 6 months of this period, but you get past July, really, and that's when we saw really a pretty rapid expansion of drought conditions across the state. Again, things really peaked in terms of the wide expanse of the severity of drought probably into October and early November when we had again almost 75% of the state under severe drought conditions. That has since come down thanks to some heavy rains and heavy moisture we saw in November, but again, things have been pretty stagnant in terms of our precipitation since then. So things have been kind of holding steady for us over the past several weeks, going back into December and even back into November as well. So again, not a whole lot of change in our drought conditions nationally. Still a few areas of concern. Now the biggest area of concern, again, is across southwest Texas, where we have a wide swath of exceptional drought down in southwest Texas along the U.S.-Mexico border there. Also the high plains, again, out in western Nebraska, eastern Wyoming, and then you head further north, parts of Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, some areas of extreme drought. And obviously with the wildfires that we've been seeing, again, the desert southwest down into Southern California, again, they're under some drought conditions, and moderate to severe drought in parts of California, some exceptional drought there from parts of southern Nevada into western Arizona. Again, kind of ebbs and flows. Again, it wasn't that long ago that the entire state of California was under extreme and exceptional drought, and then they had, again, very heavy rains, very heavy snows in the mountains, and they were drought-free. So, again, it kind of ebbs and flows there as far as the drought conditions are concerned. But, again, kind of three areas of concern: southwest Texas, the high plains, and the desert southwest as of right now when you look at the drought monitor. On a national scale, if you look at the national drought status, again, you can see, again, kind of like what we saw in Nebraska, things kind of increasing as we headed past July and then peaking into kind of parts of October. But things have been trending a little bit down in terms of the drought status over the past few weeks, so that is good news on a national scale. Again, on a national scale, just less than 1% of the country under any kind of exceptional drought, around 4% under any extreme drought conditions. So, again, that is the good news. We go to the Lincoln Weather Almanac. Another cold day yesterday. Thankfully, though, kind of our last day of some really cold temperatures. 3 degrees was the low yesterday morning, 25 for a high. Again, no moisture yesterday. So, again, we're still sitting at 1 inch of snow, not only for the month, but for the season as well, which, again, is the second least amount of snow that we've seen through today's date. So, again, still waiting for more snow. Again, I mentioned it yesterday, but we averaged about 26 inches of snow season, so we are well below where we would normally be, about 8 inches short again through today's date. Again, that snowfall season starts in the fall. So if you look at the weather headlines today, though, we are going to watch out for the potential for some light snow showers through the day today. We're not expecting much in the way of any accumulation, a dusting to maybe a few tenths of an inch, but maybe enough to create some slick conditions out there, and with some breezy winds could lead to some reduced visibilities at times. Overall, also, we will look for a breezy day, and temperatures will actually be a little bit warmer, though, today. Expected to climb back into the middle, maybe even upper 30s for a few locations. But overall, again, I think fairly seasonal into the weekend, but temperatures a little bit up and down for us as we head over the course of the next week. Low temperatures this morning, again, not quite as cold as it's been the last couple of mornings, though still down to 4 degrees in Falls City, 9 in Nebraska City here in Lincoln, 12 degrees low this morning at the airport. Across the Lincoln Metro, we see those low temperatures generally sitting in the lower to middle teens. So again, not terrible, certainly not as cold as it's been the past few mornings, but a chilly start to our day. As you look at sky views from across the state, right now looking at variable cloudiness. Some sunshine here in Lincoln, but some clouds for areas like Grand Island, O'Neill, and North Platte, and kind of an overcast start to the day. 17 right now at the airport, 19 here in Midtown Lincoln. Light southwest wind at 6 miles an hour does make it feel like 9 degrees if you step out the door early this morning. So again, another cold morning, but not quite as cold as we've seen the past several mornings. Temperatures on the Tempest weather stations across town into the upper teens to right around 20 degrees. Statewide temperatures, again, are still coldest in the southeastern corner of the state, only 11 right now in Falls City, 14 in Beatrice, 14 in Hebron. As you get across areas that have more cloud cover, temperatures in the upper 20s to lower to middle 30s this morning, including 35 in North Platte and Broken Bow, 33 in O'Neill and Ainsworth, 32 in Valentine this morning, but already seeing those breezy conditions as the frontal system makes its way across the state. Again, for Lincoln and the eastern third of the state, winds are fairly light, but you get across central and western Nebraska, those winds already swinging around to the north, to the west and to the northwest, and sustained at around 10 to 20 miles an hour, and already seeing those gusts up to around 25 to 35 miles an hour. So those are the gusts that we're expecting to see across much of the state as we head through the day today. Excuse me. And you factor in that wind chills early this morning, ranging anywhere from the single digits to the teens into the lower to middle 20s. So again, that breeze for Lincoln and eastern Nebraska will continue to kick up as that front makes its way across the state. And then we'll also be waiting for those snow showers as we head through the day today. Right now, again, satellite and radar picking up some of those scattered light snow showers across parts of the Sandhills into north central Nebraska. These are going to continue to make their way kind of from northwest to southeast through the state as we head through the morning and then into the afternoon and evening time frame as it does so. Again, expected to leave a dusting to maybe a few tenths of an inch of snow across the area. So again, not a huge snow, but again, at least a little bit of snow out there. And again, that's all we've basically seen so far this season. You zoom out, look at a regional view. Again, we have our scattered snow showers, some scattered snow along the Front Range in Colorado, and you also see the snow down to our south across parts of Oklahoma and then down into Texas. You zoom out even further, and there's that winter storm system that we've been talking about the last day or so, impacting the southern plains, North Texas. Parts of North Texas, including Dallas, may end up with more snow than we've seen this entire season so far. They're expecting potentially 2 to 5 inches of snow, but with some isolated amounts across North Texas is up to as high as 8, 9, or 10 inches. And then that snow will continue to push off to the east into parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, and then continue to push even further east over into the Carolinas later this week. So again, that's a dynamic system that's moving through the area, and the big system that we have on the board right now across the country. And again, you can see the winter weather headlines with that system. Winter weather advisory stretching from southern New Mexico through Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, all the way up into Indiana. Winter storm warnings there in pink, again for Dallas, North Texas, parts of southern Oklahoma, covering much of Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, again parts of Indiana. So again, a pretty dynamic system that's going to be moving through the area. Back here at home, though, no advisories for us in Nebraska or the 10-11 coverage area, so not a whole lot for us to worry about as we head through the day today. But again, we will be watching for those scattered snow showers to push through as we head through the day on our Thursday. Again, I think for Lincoln and eastern and southeastern Nebraska, it will be this afternoon into early this evening that we see the potential for some of those light snow showers. By 10 o'clock tonight, tonight. There could be a few lingering light snow showers in the extreme southeastern corner of the state. Still ongoing snow, though, across parts of Kansas, Missouri, down into Oklahoma, Arkansas, and again down into North Texas. But then as we head into the day on Friday, expecting a little bit more sunshine. We'll call it partly cloudy, I think, for eastern Nebraska for the day on Friday. More sunshine as you head across central and western Nebraska, but overall quiet conditions expected for the day on Friday. Maybe just a touch on the breezy side at times. And then as we head into the day on Saturday, another system going to bring in more cloud cover, and again, a small chance maybe a few spotty showers. Could be both rain or snow showers as that weak disturbance kind of passes through the state. Won't rule out maybe at least a little bit of moisture for us across the area. If we zoom in and look at a statewide view, again, checking out Skycast through this morning, those snow showers are going to remain across kind of northern and western Nebraska, but will continue to push to the southeast as we head through the afternoon. Again, I think for Lincoln, south central, southeastern Nebraska, it's going to be this afternoon into early this evening that we see the best chance for some light snow across the area. By late tonight, again, maybe a few lingering light snow showers in the extreme southeastern parts of the state. But otherwise, I think things have wrapped up by then. And then as we head into the day on Friday, look for variable cloudiness across the state, but generally dry conditions across the state. And then it's into the Saturday. Again, that next week system moves through. That could bring in some scattered light rain and snow showers to the area. Again, chances pretty small for most locations, 20 to 30%. But again, we could see at least a little bit of light moisture across the state for the day on Saturday. So as far as the snowfall potential today, again, it's maybe a dusting to a few tenths of an inch. I think on the very high end, some folks could maybe see up to around a half an inch. But again, it will be breezy, so it'll blow around just a little bit. Again, that could lead to some slick conditions and maybe some areas of reduced visibility, but not a ton of snow expected with this system. But at least a little bit of snow will be possible as we head through the day today. As far as high temperatures today, again, a little bit warmer. We're climbing into the middle and say upper 30s across the 10-11 coverage area, low 30s as you head into the western parts of the state and the Sandhills, with maybe a few upper 20s in the Panhandle possible as we head through the day today. Again, feeling a little bit colder than that when we factor in those breezy northwest winds, though. Low temperatures into Friday morning, single digits, teens and 20s from west to east across the state. High temperatures on Friday, generally sitting in the upper 20s to low 30s for the eastern half of the state, and then mid 30s for the western half of the state for the day on Friday. Saturday morning low temperatures are in the upper teens and lower 20s. Saturday afternoon temperatures, though, do rebound a little bit. It shouldn't be a bad weekend for us, bad start to the weekend, with highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. Again, though, there will be that chance for some light precipitation across the state through the day on Saturday. And again, with these temperatures, could be a little bit of light rain at times across the area. Low temperatures into Sunday morning aren't too bad, into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees for lows for a lot of us. And then Sunday afternoon, a little bit colder, upper 20s to lower to middle 30s for high temperatures for the day on Sunday. 7-day forecast for Lincoln looks like this. Again, 30% chance for some light snow showers today. So again, not a great chance, just 30%, but again, that chance is still there. Low 30s for the day Friday, upper 30s Saturday, 20% chance for some light rain, light snow, and that chance will carry over as we head into the day on Sunday with temperatures right around the freezing mark. Looks like it'll be breezy again on Sunday, a little bit colder then as we head into Monday as we start the week into the upper 20s, low 30s by next Tuesday, then upper 30s by next Wednesday. So a little up and down for us as we head over the next week, but pretty close to where we should be this time of year. Again, our normal high temperature is 35. We don't stray too far away from that over the course of the next week, but we do kind of bounce around it just a little bit over the next week to 10 days or so. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state looks like this, and again, kind of in that same vein of bouncing around just a little bit. Temperatures for the most part going to range anywhere from the mid-20s to the mid-40s over the course of the next week to 10 days across the state. And then chances for any moisture, they're kind of scattered here and there. Again, obviously the chance today for those scattered light snow showers, another small chance as we head into the weekend. And then it looks like through much of the week next week, things are generally dry with, again, maybe some hit and miss, very light chances for some moisture. But again, no big snow chances, no big storm systems look like they're taking aim at the Midwest, at least over the next week to 10 days or so. As far as the H14-day long-range outlooks, temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, this is January 16th through January 22nd, continues to favor below normal temperatures across much of the region, also continues to favor above above average precipitation across the region as well. So again, that'll be a time frame that we continue to watch. Again, there is some signals in the models in the longer range that we could see some snow across the region in that long range forecast, on potentially some heavier snow. But again, it's still a long ways off, and so still have a lot of figuring out to do before that finally arrives. But there is at least that potential in the long range. Again, but it's January, so it's not to be unexpected. So again, but light snow showers today are going to be the thing to watch out for, along with the breezy conditions. Again, a dusting to maybe a few tenths of an inch of snow expected. It's not a huge snow event, but again, maybe more of a nuisance snow event out there, especially as some of that snow could come during the drive time this evening for Lincoln and eastern and southeastern sections of the state. So again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online. We'll let you know if anything changes and keep you up to date with the latest. So appreciate everyone tuning in and watching again. And until next time, hope everyone has a nice Thursday.